Hey beauties, Nicole here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the first video in a series of videos discussing my personal time and experience being on Accutane to treat my severe cystic acne. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why I personally chose to take Accutane to address my skin concerns. Now, I'm sure many of you who are watching this video know what Accutane or ISO or Accutane is, because maybe you're wondering if you should take Accutane to treat your breakouts. This sort of decision is really something that you should talk over with a dermatologist or an acne specialist, but today I'm just going to share with you why I decided to take the medication. Accutane is a really controversial medication. It's a very polarizing topic because it is a very intense treatment for acne. Going on Accutane is not a decision that should be taken lightly, and ultimately it should only be a last resort when you've tried everything else for your skin and nothing else seems to work. And that's exactly what I did before I made the choice to go on this medication. I've been struggling with acne for the past 3 years. When I turned the age of 20, I started to get cystic acne. When I was younger, I had breakouts, some hormonal blemishes here and there. But when I turned 20, my acne turned into a whole different type of monster. I started to get huge, blistering, cystic zits up and down my cheekbones, across my jawline. It was uncomfortable and itchy and painful, and it was not something that you could easily disguise with a layer of foundation. I tried a lot of products on the market, from luxury brands to drugstore to Pinterest hacks, and nothing was working. A lot of the products that I tried out were things advertised as being really fantastic for acne. I tried Rodan & Fields, Curology, Arbonne, Sunday Riley, Kate Somerville, Aztec clay masks with apple cider vinegar. I had gotten to a point where I was applying an Aztec clay mask every single day, drying the bejesus out of my skin, hoping that my acne would just fall off. I tried Neutrogena, Cetaphil, Clean and Clear, CeraVe, antibiotics, topical creams from my dermatologist, and nothing was working. For 3 years, I was struggling and living with severe cystic acne. I was so self-conscious, I was so anxious, I was so depressed. I wasn't proud of myself when I looked in the mirror. I did not connect with my image. I didn't connect with the person that I saw looking back at me. That's when I started to know that something was really wrong, that I really needed to do something drastic for the sake of not only my skin, but also my mental well-being. But my decision to go on Accutane was really finalized in February of 2020. I went on a cruise for the first time, and as I like to describe it, it was the perfect storm. Everything that could have gone wrong for my skin went wrong for my skin. I was eating a lot of dairy. I was going out in the sun without sunscreen on, swimming in chlorinated pools. I was being really aggressive with my skincare treatments, using a lot of sulfur masks, a lot of benzoyl peroxide, too many active ingredients. I was really stressed. I wasn't getting good sleep. I was drinking too much alcohol, and I came home and my skin was an absolute disaster. I was getting these ginormous cysts along my temples. And I was embarrassed. I was disgusted. I was not proud of the way that my skin looked. I felt like it wasn't a reflection of who I really am or who I really was. So while I was sitting in my room on the ship, I was looking at myself in the mirror, crying my eyes out in disgust. I decided that when I got home, I would make an appointment with my dermatologist and begin the process of going on Accutane. The day before my first appointment to start Accutane with my dermatologist, I spent the early hours of the night, 1 a.m. to 2 or 3 in the morning, in the ER with a swollen eye because my cysts were draining underneath my skin and I was at risk for infection. That's when I knew that I was making the right decision. And I got a lot of pushback, as well as a lot of support. A lot of pushback from people saying that I was going to make irreversible damage to my physical well-being, that I was putting my mental health at risk, and that I was going to experience depression and suicidal ideation. a lot of people ultimately telling me that I was going to regret my choice. And now, 2 weeks post-Accutane, after a 6-month course of medication, I can honestly say that I don't regret my decision even a little bit. Ultimately, everybody's experience on Accutane is different because everybody's starting point is different. All of that being said, Accutane was intense. It should ultimately be a last resort. I was offered Accutane 3 years ago when I first embarked on my skin journey, and I said no back then. I wanted to make sure that I was doing everything I possibly could to try and treat my skin before going on something as serious as Accutane. And you should too. This is also known as taking a holistic approach. I think when people hear the word holistic, they think healthy, homeopathic, but taking a holistic approach means looking at every aspect of your health and well-being to try and determine what is triggering your acne specifically. Not your sister's acne, not your mom's acne, not your friend's acne, but your acne. One of my favorite informative resources that I had the opportunity of discovering after already starting Accutane is the How to Ditch Your Acne for the Everyday Woman course by Clear Stem Skincare. This course literally revolutionized how I viewed my acne triggers. It talks about everything from hormonal acne to vitamins to dietary triggers to skincare products that might be breaking you out. And it talks about how to treat these things on your own at home before you make the decision to start something as intensive as Accutane. I would highly recommend that course for anybody who is looking to dig in a little bit more into what's going on, because ultimately, even if you do go on Accutane, even if your breakouts do clear, like I'm so grateful that mine did, if you don't find the root cause of your acne, it's going to come back. Accutane treats the symptom of the problem, which is your acne. It doesn't treat the cause of the problem, which could be anything from a dietary intolerance to bad skincare to a hormonal imbalance. But don't let other people's experiences scare you. You want to be informed, but you don't want to be scared out of doing something that might be the right decision for you. There are going to be people who are hypercritical of your decision. There are going to be people who try and make you feel guilty for going on a medication, claiming that you are doing irreversible damage to your body, that it is like you are taking chemotherapy, that you are essentially injecting chemicals into your bloodstream. There are going to be people that are going to say a lot of mean and hateful things to you. I've heard a lot of it, but I'm sure I haven't heard it all. I'm just here to tell you, as somebody who has taken Accutane, that you're not alone in this difficulty, that you're not alone in making this choice. Whatever it is that you decide is right for you is what's right for you. But I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing about why I made the decision to go on Accutane. If you're interested in checking out the How to Ditch Your Acne course, go to the link in my description down below. I linked the website. You can also use code BLEMISHQUEEN at checkout, and you can save, I believe, like $200 or so off of your purchase, which is really great. I personally love Clear Stem. I've been using that brand for 5 or 6 months now. Their products are amazing, so definitely check them out. Send them some love. Their story is beautiful. 3 badass women who are trying to change the world and how we view treating acne. Stay tuned for my other videos in this series where I'm going to be talking about the symptoms that I experienced on Accutane, my progress that I experienced on Accutane, how I'm feeling post-Accutane, and the process of starting Accutane for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!